Good morning. We have here with us Mr. Rakesh Gaur, President of Railway Division at Kalpataru Power Transmission Limited. Dear Mr. Gaur, we welcome you to the conversation and thank you for joining us. Let's start that interview with our first question.
Thank you, Mr. Shah. Good morning to everybody. It's an honor to be with you once again.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Sir, my first question is, how do you take your association with the firm and what are your responsibilities here in your company? Please also tell something about your works.
Thank you, Mr. Shah. I work as a president, Kalpataru Railway Division. I am accountable for complete business of railway where we are associated. My association with the company is 2 year old and I am with the industry around 30-35 years. We execute all kind of project, especially we operate in the domain of railway, zonal railways and electrification, signaling telecommunication, traction substation, composite jobs, major and minor bridges, as well as gauge conversion and bridge stations.
So, what do you think about the condition of power sector in India, and when it comes to railway and metros, what are the future perspective ahead in this business?
If we see, basically, power sector in India is in a very good form in terms of stability and capability. We have a very stable grid. But if we see in context of Indian Railway, we are going to electrify approximately 68,000 route kilometers. If we electrify the complete 68,000 route kilometer, we will have approximately 1,000 traction substations, 4,000 switching posts, and if we see the 2,000 feeders will come to the railway connectivity, and it will require a connectivity at the various grid levels in the electricity boards. In terms of power consumption, 2% of the generated power is generally consumed by railway. They are the largest consumer of power. And out of that, 85% goes for traction and 15% goes for the amenities and the stations and other facilities. At present, because it is not electrified, it is only electrified around 42,000 route kilometers. So diesel is also being consumed, and they are also railway is consuming approximately 3.2% of railway. The total consumption of the India is consumed by railway. So with this high-speed corridor, DFCC, and other projects which will come in the picture, the quality of power will also become an issue. And railway is totally upgrading. Understand this. In the railway plan, they have already forecasted to setting up approximately 1,000 megawatt of solar power plant, 150 megawatt of wind power. And they are also now working on the quality of power, utilizing the dynamic filters to reduce the harmonic levels.
Kalpataru Power is already one of the leading player in this sector. And how do you take it, and what are the challenges ahead?
Yes, Kalpataru is a very leading player in this sector, and we feel really proud that within a short span of time, we are really contributing significantly for the railway electrification, which is a dream for Prime Minister and the Minister of Railway. And we are, you can say, approximately 20 to 25 contribution is coming from our side in every year now. The major challenge which at present industry is facing post-COVID, or you can say during the COVID, is cash flow. Productivity levels are low, the availability of cash is limited, capex orientation is getting changed, and pace of execution is also becoming a major challenge because we have to meet the target, but there is a shortage of manpower. There is a logistically challenging situation for the manpower. So pace of execution is another area of concern or challenges for the industry. Commodity prices are also rising, and they are rising in a very, very absurd manner. And because of that, there is a a geopolitical situation, metal is not able to come, metal is not reaching on time. Considering all this situation, commodity price is also major challenge, especially for railway electrification. It is steel as well as copper.
What are the different metros and railway organizations you are working with today? How you how are you connected with the metro corporations?
We are basically doing with most of the zonal railways. We are doing job with RVNL, which is a major PSU for railway executing the composite project as well as electrification. We are doing a job with PGCIL, which is also taking electrification projects. Gujarat Railway Industrial Development Corporation, Konkan Railways, RITES, and other zone railways is the major client for us. We are also participating for tenders for with DMRC. We are participating with other metros to see that how can we be more supportive to them in terms of execution for electrification work. But we are not yet successful in that area. But our continuous persuasion is there on that line.
Which segment of business you are going to focus in near future, and is there any plan laying with you to bring new innovations in the businesses? Please share your views.
Yeah, our pain as a group, our always focus is have a growth, but the growth should be profitable growth. And for having the profitable growth, we are first building up on our capacities on the core areas. That means we are doing composite project, we are doing signaling, and we are doing in a big way railway electrification. So these are the focus area. We will continue to do our focus on that line. However, we also want to see that how the resources can be optimized and how we can diversify our portfolio. So we are doing on the blastless track, we are going internationally, and we are trying to see that other areas of the business, which is coming like RRTS or DFCC further corridor, we are trying to participate. In terms of mechanization or digitization, our efforts are seeing that post-COVID situation or during COVID situation, we trying to see that how the overall optimization take place in terms of resources. We have gone for wiring train, we have gone for flash bed welding machine, our own. We have gone to the other RRB and other equipment which bring the productivity on the track. And we foresee that this is going to be the major way in future.
How has your company performed in the last quarter? Is there any major impact of the pandemic over your business?
As you know, after March, every company has a setback in the first quarter because of the uncertainty, anxiety of the labor movement and complete lockdown of the system. But we have recovered well, and our last quarter was on targets, on projections, and we are meeting all the targets which has been set and agreed by us with the Ministry of Railways. We are continuously doing the CRS. Luckily, today also CRS is going on. So that way we are meeting all the targets, and for us, the initial setback has been fully recovered.
How has the ongoing coronavirus pandemic changed the way of railway businesses? Is there any major change being observed in this sector? Kindly express your opinion.
Yeah, thank you so much. This coronavirus or COVID-19 has really changed our thinking. There are certain construction activities which we cannot avoid, so the labor component, other people has to be at site. But we are now trying to see how to optimize the output of our labors. Same way, the speed, initially the speed got slowed down because the labor movement was restricted, and there was a lot of anxiety with the people that what is really going to happen. And now the anxiety level has been settled down. The migration, reverse migration of the labor is taking place. Trains are not running with full capacity, so the labor movement is restricted. We have to bring the manpower through video coach buses or luxury buses, so they can come comfortably. The hygienic levels, safety levels, and you can say camping arrangements has changed drastically on that side. And now, because of the certain train restrictions, availability of the blocks on the working on the nearby tracks has slightly better, slightly increased. But people are seriously thinking for more mechanization, more digitization, and avoiding the maximum labor component in a one particular area to see the social distancing and other issues also maintained.
So, I mean, in which of the foreign countries you are currently working with? Kindly share the details.
Yeah, we basically as a power, we are a power transmission business company. As our core strength, we operate in around 50 countries at present, and completing all the continent, whether it is in Central Asia or whether it's working in Africa, SAARC countries, all the areas we work. For the railway, we have started working in Bangladesh. We are executing a project in joint venture, and the project is basically doubling, tripling of the lines in a very, very congested area of Dhaka. And the project is moving well. And in spite of some setback initially during the COVID phase, the project progress has come to the normal expected levels.
Please share a message for our readers.
Yeah, so my congratulations to you as well as to the readers that we are getting a platform where we can interact, we can share our views, and we can find out how the things are happening in the industry. So it is really a good thing. Friends, we know that we are always talking a lot about local, local component. That means we are becoming more vocal about the local. But now it is our responsibility that our local also match the global standard. And now the Christmas season and Happy New Year is nearby. So my congratulations to all of you. I'm quite sure and very hopeful that New Year will be much better than this year. And all of us will be in a much better shape with the economical side, physical side, and happiness component. So my best wishes to all of you. And my once again, thanks to Mr. Shah for organizing this and coordinating this.
Sir, thank you for giving me the opportunity to interact with you. And thanks a lot for giving us time.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay.